Hey there friends, and welcome to the vid. So sometimes things can feel like they're just too much and you're sick of it and you're just over it. And it can feel like one of those days, but instead of just being a single day, it can go on for weeks or even months. And I know exactly what you feel like because I've been there myself. I know the feeling of constantly struggling and trying to recover. And in the end, it gets to a point where you're thinking, come on, like, what have I got to do to get out of this thing? And I know right now you're doing everything that you know, but nothing seems to be working. And recovery is as elusive as ever for you. And I know how frustrating that is. But here's the good news. It's not going to last forever, and I can prove it to you right now. Right now, I want you to think back to a time, any time in your life where you were really over the moon, where you're really joyous and really happy. Do you still feel like that right now? No. Or think back to a time where you were just so angry that you could snap. Do you still feel like that right now? No. Nothing lasts forever, including your emotions. And if you're experiencing emotional numbness, that too will pass. And if you don't believe me, just go and look at your past. Things are always changing. So throughout an hour or a day or a week, we can experience so many different emotions, and this is just evidence that things are always changing. The issue is right now for you is that you're just going from one negative emotion to another negative emotion, changing to another negative emotion, and there's not a lot of space for positive emotions in there. And even if you might feel a positive emotion, it's just going to get so overwhelmed with the memory of all those negative emotions that you're going through. There are two things that you can do right now which are going to help you. Number one is to remind yourself that things always change eventually, and this current state you're in is going to change like it always has in the past. Number two is to be kind to yourself and to remind yourself that you're doing the best that you can in a tricky situation. I know that you might be getting angry or frustrated at the situation, but what's actually happening here is that you're getting angry or frustrated at yourself for not being able to get out of this situation. And ruminating on it and getting sad or angry or upset is not going to help you at all. It's going to do nothing for your recovery. Instead, what you need to do is to acknowledge what you're feeling and then to continue despite how you are feeling. So in this circumstance, you can either dwell on it or you can acknowledge it and move on. And when you continue and move on despite how you're feeling, you teach yourself that these thoughts aren't important, and then you learn to see things in a more balanced way because right now they're very unbalanced towards the negative. And if you try and push them away or resist them or fight them, then you're teaching yourself that these thoughts are a threat, and you're learning that you need to protect yourself, and so that's going to keep the anxiety cycle going. Breaking this loop is vital, and it's going to ensure that you stop feeling over it and you're going to start to feel more hopeful and more in control. And if you do want a blueprint for your recovery, then check out the Kickstart DPDR recovery guide. It tells you everything you need to know, including the 4 keys to recovery to begin your recovery the right way. If you want to check that out, it's in the pinned comment and also in the description. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.